of right and wrong with a deliberate intent to live peacefully at all costs. That alone will help the world to regain its equilibrium. The use of military might is not an option anymore. The only way to restore order is for everyone to see everything as I see it, Spirit says, with love, in love, as love. God says, just imagine what would happen if all the world's citizens truly desired peace. Imagine the quiet that would blanket your minds and the globe if all the bickering stopped. But he's bisexual. That person's transgender. That person's Christian. That person's Muslim. You think God cares about that shit? You think that's actually important? If you're still stuck in that world, you're dying. Fast. Yeah, but you don't understand. It's falling apart. Castles in the air. The world is crumbling. Yours is crumbling. If you believe in the old world paradigm, nonsense. The only way to up your vibration, to be in the game, to win it, is to be of service to people all the time. That will ensure you a place. Because it's always been that way. Let the love of God fall upon you, for it's always been that way. Time to celebrate who you are. You are perfect in every way. Everyone is. And we need to treat each other that way, or we will all be quarantined from ourselves because we lost respect for each other. Continuing forward. Spirit says, just imagine what would happen if all the world's citizens truly desired peace. Imagine the quiet that would blanket your minds and the globe if all the bickering stopped. Why, peace could come to pass overnight. But needless to say, the guidance everyone needs to make that happen cannot possibly be heard when the voices of right and wrong are still making such a racket. Throughout the universe, humans are famous for being impervious to my love and will. From the toughness of your skin to the hardness of your hearts, from hiding behind false ideas generated by fear to your lack of perception brought about by your ignorance, you are regarded as comfortably numb to the calamities you have all created. I say I got to agree with you. I think a lot of what's happening in the world is because we've become so arrogant. And I think that we want to admit to ourselves that we really don't know as much about God as we think we do. Spirit says, good observation. And that brings me to some important questions for everyone. You ready? Again, it's important you understand this was vesseled and transcribed in 1996 because this is a prophecy. This is a prophetic testament of how you have lived, can change, and be a part of the change of this new earth. It's important you understand how long ago this vessel took place. because it reveals the reality of right now. This is for you and me. From Spirit. And I say, I've got to agree with you. I think a lot of what is happening in the world is because we've become so arrogant. And I think that we really want to admit to ourselves that we really don't know as much about God as we think we do. God says, good observation. And that brings me to some important questions for everyone. Are you ready to face the global catastrophes that can happen if the majority does nothing? Or are you ready and willing to get to know God and to learn and abide by the spiritual laws that, make no mistake about it, are very much in force? Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. This is important. Listen very carefully. The world as you know it is dead. It's over. People should not think that they must stop doing anything for themselves in order to do what they can to better the world. But they must understand that if they choose not to become involved with healing both themselves and the planet, the lives they are living will take a back seat to what will be happening all around them. Coronavirus 2020 is only the beginning, but it can all end right here and right now. Spread this message. The horn has been sounded. The clarion call. I need a break anyway.
Access granted.
I am John. I am here. I've lived this before. Many of us have. People should not think that they must stop doing anything for themselves in order to do what they can to better the world. But they must understand that if they choose not to become involved with both healing themselves and the planet, the lives they are living will take a backseat to what will be happening all around them. Dear ones, know that it is because I love you so much, you are loved beyond measure, that I now relate the possibilities for dire events. And it is also out of love that I say that it will benefit everyone so much more if you decide to see and make changes rather than wait until the changes make you see. For only if you all begin to heal yourselves emotionally can you triumphantly come together so that all dire predictions will have been for naught. Naught. Not. None. The seventh seal has been cracked open. Katerina, hi Katerina. Katerina says, hold the frequency of gratitude to energize a light heart. Encompass your dreams into action and know responsibility as a vibrational art. Yes. Fawn, she says a prayer. Please show me how I can be of service. That's your prayer, Fawn. That's your signature prayer. You verbalized it. Tara L says many seek to change the current situation because they are suffering. Yet they have failed to realize they were suffering all along. That's salt in the wound, but it's true. We have been halted to show, that's exactly right. We have been halted to show what was there all along underneath the surface of our false reality. Hold firm, brothers and sisters, all will be revealed. Hence, we are not living in revelation. This is revelation. This is the prophecy that's been foretold about for thousands upon thousands of years through pretty much all scripture that's ever come across this planet. And if you look at this splash banner, you see banners. Bhagavad Gita, Holy Bible. For my form is love by Sai Baba. The Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Torah Or. You have to be strong. If you want to play along, you're going to have to be strong. And I don't mean strong like I can take anything. That will crumble you. That European white male world, it's gone. It's over. I'm sorry, it's over. Yeah, but there's no yeah but. You had all the yeah but opportunities anyone can ever be graced, including myself. So I need a break. When I get back, I want to do some reading with a prayer. I'm going to use this prayer to invoke all of my broadcast presentations, sharing time with you from now on, as many as I can remember to do them. It's a beautiful prayer, declaration, should be a law. It is a law. It's written on every human heart. Written by this 14, well, he was 14 when he wrote it, little boy from Seattle. It'll flabbergast you. It'll soften you up. We all need some softening. I'm going to be right back. I need a moment to regroup. That was intense for me. I outputted light, passion, sincerity, vulnerability. I divulged some things in this presentation, if you were paying attention, I've never said. It's time. There is no more time.
Surely as the rain may fall, I wonder why. Worried there'll come a time when my world is dry, oh so dry. In the summertime, I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to take. Lonely as I contemplate a billion stars, leaving my hands to fate. That's all I've got, all I've got. In the summertime, I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to take. So time for a change. Time for a change. Time for a change.
Welcome back to the Center of Light, my cosmic star family. This is the agenda, not the crystal ball. It's metaphorical, but it represents something required of everyone. Clarity. You have to know what it is to understand it, whatever the thing is. And it requires you to use your ya, your na, Yah, your heart, your light, your God in you, your will, your mind, clarity, reason, discernment, your intelligence, not your logic. And your va, your backbone, Y-N-V, Yanava. It's your heart signature soul. It's your heart vibration. It's your soul, the pure soul's name. It's ancient, it's primordial. And now it's stepping to the fore. To heal what's happening requires to become clear so we can avoid karma if we don't. That is what needs to happen, said visually. That's what needs to happen. Can't go around blaming the Illuminati. I'm a conspiracy theorist nut. I love it. That game is over. Time to go to work. Center of Light. I want to read you this beautiful law. Should be the motto, should be the creed and code. In fact, they're probably going to hang this over the great doors in the highest court on earth. Kind of worth. It's beautiful. It's simply beautiful. Carmen says, hey, hi, Carmen. She says, may God's divine energy shield us through these changes to come. Give us courage and determination to get through these times, and may we come out of this united, strong, and blessed. So let's take those beautiful words by Carmen and offer it up into the fire, the divine fire. Close your eyes. Breathe that in. Her beautiful heart, her beautiful intention, the one I mentioned, as we look toward our ascension. Ascension is not up. Ascension is in. In is the way out. Here is the prayer from this little boy. Please recite this with me, aloud preferably. It's an answer and call. I'll say a line, you repeat it. Here we go. One we are. We are all one. One family. Only one family. We are only one family. I, you, he, she, this and that and all. We are all universal family. whatever the religion may be, whatever the race may be, whatever the nation may be, whatever the language may be. We are all human beings. We are all human family. Let us unite in the name of humanity. Let us unite for peace and prosperity. Let us unite for ourselves and for all. Let us unite for our Mother Earth and the universe. Unity makes us strong and peaceful. Unity brings us bliss and prosperity. If we unite, we can make miracles. If we unite, we can throw away poverty. If we unite, we can make the earth a heaven. If we unite, we could bring the Lord to the earth. Unity is our strength. Humanity is our life. Unity is our strength. Humanity is our life. Tara L is offering a prayer for tonight. So everyone, we're going to go into prayer mode. Again, we're not going to go into, dear God, take this from me. Dear baby Jesus, dear God, dear grandmother on the other side, dear Lord in any form, dear whatever's the most beautiful that I don't understand yet. Instead of take this cup from me, rather to help me understand and how to move through the illusion that I have been so bogged down in mire about. Move through it. You want to move through it. You don't want to repeat. You want to move through it. And collectively, we move through the fog bank together, only to find that paradise was outside of the fog bank. But we were scared to ever venture into the fog, thinking there were boogeymen in there. Okay, center of light is the lighthouse, or a lighthouse, a beacon for all. Swamiji is the beacon, at least one of them. Let me read Tara L's prayer. Great Spirit, Lord God, the one that is all. Close your eyes, dear ones. Breathe. Touch your Maker through Tara's heart. Great Spirit, Lord God, the one that is all, we gather this night and we welcome in peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding. May every being be granted the wisdom to hold fast to the truth that everything is in perfect working order. We call upon the angels as the divine hedge of protection, and we send any healing that is needed like a wave across the face of the earth. We shall rest under the wing of the Almighty as we unite as one single community, and as we stand as a united front against the perceived struggle we face at this time. Thank you for the opportunity for us to show one another such great compassion and love as we place our hand over our hearts and take a deep breath and fall into the kingdom. May we remember and stand on the promise that we will soon arrive to a new dawn, and all will be well. And so it is. Aho, aha, namaste, Hare Krishna, amen. Jesus Christ, Buddhist, your love beyond measure. Janice says, remember, no storm lasts forever. Remember, we hold the light to our own lighthouse. Co-creating is to be ready. I am that I am grateful for all that I have been given. Thank God for what He made in me. Continuing forward. Now we're going to go, I am, please join me. This is no time to hold back. I'm going to offer a prayer that I may say out loud here and there, I've written it without spaces because I like it that way. But I'm going to pronounce it for you. And you don't have to recite this prayer because I'm only going to throw it in when I feel it. This is the call of the Lord, the universal Lord on the earth today. He's given me the message, the go. That's why we're having this time together. Tribe Ya Na Va. Om Sri, or you could say Shri. Om Shri Sai Ram Guru Deva Datta. What does it mean? Om, the universal primordial sound of all creation. The Word. Om. We're going to be doing the prayer, Om, the mantra, the chant, Om, to invoke, to stimulate, activate the field, the quantum mechanical unified field. That's Om. Sri is a title like Sir. Sai is mother. Ram is God. Guru is that which reveals the light and darkness. Deva, small case G God. Datta, universal Lord. Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Deva Datta. When you utter that, this divine being comes to you. If we knew who walked beside us at every moment, we would never be afraid ever again. That's what we required of all of us right now. But the mantra we're going to do is Om. We can chant along with the music. We're going to be in the gate for a while. At least I will be. Again, in order to bring about that which you want, any spirituals will tell you, you have to visualize that you already have it. So what is it we want in this time of change? We want a world of clarity. So in order for that to happen, we have to become the light of it. So in our prayer tonight, I want you to visualize just that. As you fall and you are caught and you land softly in your mother's bosom, cosmic gate, the cosmic field of all understanding that surpasses all peace and all understanding, as Tara so well, that's the place you want to fall. So when we get there, we hold up the world clear as can be, filtered or filterless through the third eye, and open the heart for power. Remember, when you find this place of yourself, as you chant Om, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word with God, and the Word was God. God is everything omnipresent which sustains all creation. The Word, the living Word, that living Word has a tone, and it sounds like this. And you begin to vibrate the field. You begin to vibrate the field. As I have said in many presentations, you can liken God, Spirit, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all that means anything at all, doesn't matter what you call it, to being stroked. The clarion call. But we have to resound back. We do that by this prayer tonight for the world. What's up, Kwame? So now we're going to fall inside, and you can bring in your deity, whoever that may be. Even if you're an atheist, which is impossible, no one is atheist. I'm not in a debate mood right now, but no one is atheist. Even if it just simply feels good to close your eyes and shut off the world for a bit. Let's go play in the garden as innocent children and remember just exactly who we are. I said the Lord's Prayer or the Our Father earlier. If you look at this banner before we go into deep prayer, you will see the Quran, the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, and many that have not been named. It wasn't intentional. I don't have enough room on the banner. But it makes the point that we're all in this together. Be you Jew, Christian, Buddhist, Islamic, Muslim, Hindi, white, black, brown, yellow, green, plaid, polka dot, checkered, gay, straight, bi, transgender. That's all ridiculous. If you're still living in that world, the coffin is being closed on you at this point. Your jobs, the world as you know it, is over. My condolences. So when we go inside and we hold up that ball of light that we project from the center of our being that we want to be seeing in the world, it can only happen when we begin to see it in ourselves. The time is now. It's time to get to work. Vacation is over. So when you fall inside of yourself during this prayer, which I will be here quite a while, chanting Om, the word, the living word that holds and sustains everything in creation ever since, does now, and will forever. You start to excite that field, then that field begins to excite you, and you begin to live in bliss, paradise. Seek ye the kingdom of God is not here or there, lo, here or there. It's within you, and it's stepping to the front. And it's saying, remember me, and everything you have in the way, or do not, which I strongly hope, is getting pushed out into the world. This is what we're seeing. The infection by the dark force. I'm not blaming no Satan. That's not what I'm doing. It's just energy. Do you like to spin, or do you want to graduate to a different level of being? Are you seeing, hearing? We're going to fall inside. When you fall inside again, fall into the light. Your divine mother's bosom. It's a cosmic stargate. Simply your love and your passion and sincerity, humility and vulnerability to be there will place you there quite nicely. You with me? All right, we're going to go inside. We're going to do some work. Om, from your soul, as loud as you can, if that's something you feel necessary. Vibration is everything. Up your vibration. And this time, it requires everyone to be of service. The life of it's about me is over. If you want to step your foot into the garden. Again, the word I will pronounce, utter, bring forth every once in a while. Om Shri Sai Ram Guru Dev Vadata. You don't have to know it. You can just feel it. Here we go. Center of light power. Prayer for the world. I'm going to go into a small vessel mode, and then I'm going to begin to mantra, chant, be with spirit, be a guiding post. One moment. Yanava steps to the floor. And little did you realize, and I'm sure many of you might have felt it already, is the push. The push. You can even liken, since you like playing with words and ideas so much, this experience that is happening to you as the push. For some of you, it would be Kush. None like before. A time you're living in, told from the days of yore. but will also be told about you in the time to come. You are the human hero. The story will be told about you and how you collectively have done the impossible. Survived, moved through the great universal experiment to occupy the divine on a physical plane of reality. There are many intelligent species that flock, fill, dwell in the universe. You have been graced by a divine kiss on your forehead. So it has been said, and now is the time for you to become the living proof as the truth begins to move through the vessel and push your love beyond measure. Breathe in and out. Bring the light from the top of your crown chakra. As you breathe in, stay with this for now. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Bring the light of God through your third eye down to your heart. Let your heart open. Let your heart open. Keep your eyes closed. Continue. Keep your eyes closed. As you continue to breathe in and out, now allow the light to travel from the heart as you've received it from the crown, the corona, down through the coccyx and into the earth. It doesn't require you to be standing. You can be lying down, and the metaphorical idea will apply all the same. Breathe in the light of God through the heart, down through your base, into the earth. Continue this cyclical breathing. We're trying to get a new cycle going here. Continue to breathe. Up your energy by will, by want, by desire, for the divine fire to acquire, to aspire to a place that's higher. The divine fire. Breathe with that kind of attitude. Yes, you can use the push if it helps you to get along. You begin the circle breathing, and you begin to move within yourself. You dance the primordial, sacred, naked dance of your ancestors. Who are who? Who are you? Who are you, in fact? It's you. You've returned for another go-round. Now this is going down. Power up, Star Child, Divine Family of Light. As you fall further into yourself, as you continue the cyclical breathing, breathe like you want something. If you wonder that you're doing it right, you're worried about what people think and those people around you in the room. Doesn't matter what you sound like, on key with the music, or whether you think you sound weird. Good, I hope you sound weird. Stay in the weirdness. Be your real self. You don't have to ohm or chant on cadence. Do it as you breathe, as your soul breathes in and out. But what is required is the ball of light, of crystal, as you foresee right here, right now. Not in your future. Your future is now. And you breathe your power into this experience. Prayer for the world. Bring your brothers and sisters into the garden with you. See them as there. Illuminate. Simply illuminate. You're not trying to fix a broken world. You simply just want to illuminate. Father, help me to move through the illusion I've been mired in for so long. This is correct prayer. Breathe in and out. Feel the power. Power up. Inward is upward. Upward is forward. Forward is toward a new earth. But it requires us to be crystal clear. Resound the word. The call has been heard. Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. 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 That is called a pillar of light. Simply just bring it into your experience. Feel your crown filling you with light. Imbued on this night, you will be. Invoke your divine parent. Speak the living word. There is no right or wrong way. Be yourself. You feel yourself expand? You feel it, don't you? This is where the world is going, with or without you. Pick up your breath, the volume of it, the intensity of it, as so. Begin to push. You feel yourself charging up. You feel the buzz? You're feeling your light body, dear one. You're feeling your real spirit. You know you have one, but many of you never thought you could ever feel it. God bless you. Breathe in and out. Of course, you want some more of that, don't you? Here's more. Breathe in and out. Power up. Breathe deeply, passionately, sincerely, vulnerably, and humble yourself to the light. Pause on purpose so you can evaluate what you are experiencing. You feel that? Oh my God, you feel so lofted, do you not? But grounded you are, in this very spot, by your intentions to be open, and you place a very ill world as you look out and about into it. And basically, you blow your breath of God, the breath of life, onto it so you're able to clean off this sphere. It's a little bit dirty, so you want to wipe it off so you can see it clearly for what it is. There is a brilliant diamond in a peanut butter jar. Are you looking at the peanut butter, that which is dense, or that which makes the most sense to you? Is to dig a little further within yourself, beyond the thickness and the muck and the murkiness of it all. The goo, the peanut butter. Some like peanut butter. Makes it hard to swallow, doesn't it? The truth can be hard to swallow as you go inside and you own your way into the living word. As you awaken the Lord upon the earth, Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Devadatta. Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Devadatta. Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Devadatta. You can use any Jesus scripture that works for you, any Buddhist scripture that works for you. It's all allowed. But it's wanting it that will make you proud. Insert the world within yourself. Don't see it as sick and ill, though it appears that way outside. And it's okay to understand it that way for now. But we are squashing that paradigm. Spirit is squashing that paradigm. The paradigm is collapsing. It's almost completely collapsed. There's like 5 dominoes left. Don't be left behind. As you bring the world into your world, be it you a king or queen, dumb, kingdom or queendom, now you become the influencer. Now's your chance to shine. Your voice must be heard. So speak. As the world becomes engulfed in your influence by your light via this night and hopefully ongoingly forever, it will need it. It will need your power. But you must be plugged in, or otherwise you will be thrown tither and tatter by the current. Prayer for the world, center of light power. Jesus becomes known. Buddha becomes known. The divine parent becomes known. Father, Mother, as children of light, we're on our knees. We have no choice but to be by what has been considered to be illness, disease, famine, death, and all these other things. And it's pulled us into this noisy drama. And we have lost sight. We all come to you on this beautiful sacred night of change. We want to rearrange some things. We are not asking you to remove this from us. Instead, we are finally understanding we must all take responsibility. And we are also beginning to understand that we do that by asking you to guide us, to illuminate the path through it all, so it can finally stand in the paradise all Scripture has foretold that we now know is here. This is the prayer we offer up to you. Please remove it of all that is impure, karmic, residual, and otherwise. Imbue it, infuse it with abundant love, abundant light, prosperity, love, power, and might, that we may become the beacons for everyone and everything lost in the galactic sea, as we become the embodiments of your prophecy. Prayer for the world. Unified humanity is being forced upon all of you. Unify and your problems go away. You feel the voice wanting to speak, do you not? As the Holy Spirit wells up inside of you, you almost want to keep it squashed and stifled, but you you can't. If you have something to say, regardless of who's around, say it. If you want to just scream, let it out. If you want to beam, let it out. Fall into the space, the clear space of the living word, the living truth etched on your heart. Breathe in and out as you chant Om. Prayer for the world. Prayer for the world. Prayer for the world as Spirit fills you. You feel it. Dear Lord, I know you feel it. That space is infinite. You begin to move. You begin to move. You allow yourself to move in the primordial dance. The heartbeat of the earth, the Gaia dance. If you feel awkward, you're missing the absolute point. As you fall inside, you feel the movement. Spirit feels you. Feel us. And in such a connection, you are unified and complete, whole, happy, and healthy. Back center you are. Prayer for the world. Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta. Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta. Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta. And the Lord awakens upon the earth and eradicates all of your trouble. But there is work afoot. Prayer for the world. Speak the living word. Prayer for the world. Be the living word. And Om throughout the world will be heard. You feel your connection globally, do you not? You feel your connection cosmically, do you not? You feel your connection divinely, do you not? You have to begin to live this principle, this truth, or the world will kick you off the ride. You must stay inside and eternally referenced, internally referenced. You must become anchored within. The world is going to move. Life as you know it is complete. You may have a window to step back into it, basically to say your last goodbyes. My condolences. It's over. And you allow it to die before your very eyes. And watch the beauty in death that you have long forgotten. Transition, always change. The only thing that never changes is change itself. So become the very change. Become the embodiments of the new earth, the beautiful world, the prophecy. Prayer for the world. Father, move us through this illusion that has our attention. Though it may be an illusion, as we have always mentioned, we have quagged ourselves in mire. We aspire for something greater now. Our heart is open, and we are sure hoping that you can help illuminate the path so that we may see it, so that we may be it, and finally, dear Lord, at last free it. Prayer for the world. Prayer for the world. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. But lead us not into temptation, that world of illusion, but deliver us from the very evil that we have self-induced and created. Amen. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory now and forever. Amen. Prayer for the world. Pause for a moment, take an inventory, see how you feel. You feel the connection. It's never been left. It's never been gone. Prayer for the world. Continue to breathe cyclically, circular breath, in and out. Make them one. Make them one. Prayer for the world. You may feel your spirit move within your temple as if it wants to leave, because it does. Doesn't want to leave your body. It wants to move further within itself into any given location throughout the entire universe is, back into its natural, free, wild, unbridled self. Feel that movement? You've been asking, and Spirit has been listening, when is it my turn? God bless you. That day is here. Become the Word, the personified Word. For it is that which sustains all life, is it not? In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God is omnipresent, is present in everywhere, in all places, at all times. So move with the Spirit that's moving within you, and the Spirit that inspires and moves you. And in so doing, you move the world. Prayer for the world. Stay in the garden, dear one. Stay in the garden. You feel the power? That very, very subtle power. It's so subtle, it's easily overlooked. And you can miss it. Fall softer. And suddenly it shows up, comes into view, it makes an appearance. And then you're so excited that you see it, it goes away again. Soften your gaze, ever more so, and then shows up again. It simply blips back and forth until you simply learn how to keep vision of it, keep sight of it, and you realize that the power gets greater the more subtle and softer you go. How something so subtle and infinitesimally small can be so bright, brilliant, and majestic, and beyond anything you can possibly imagine. But yet, it's right there before you. You see it, you feel it, do you not? That belongs to you. That's your birthright. It's actually who you are. And in gratitude, I want to share it with all. It's a prayer for the world inside of your heart. Invite the Christ. Invite the Buddha. Invite Krishna. Invite the spirit of all your deceased loved ones that brought you nothing but joy. As we up the cadence, as you've excited the star field, the unified, infinite, cosmic field of your divine mother. And she says, yes, dear child, I am here. And you feel it tangible, do you not? The vessel is sure having a blast with what he is feeling. And he wants more of it. And therefore, Om, 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 Om. Prayer for yourself. Prayer for the world. You remember this place, dear one? Do you remember it? It's not so long ago you were conscious of it. Be it however old you are, you think that's long? You've been living in this cycle for thousands upon thousands of years. All blood, sweat, love, joy, and tears. It brings you to this spot. Om, Om, Om. Remember the singularity within you. The pin prick of light. Blast it open. Blast it outward in all direction. See yourself as a star being, as the rock star, being your full potential self, and the world has no choice but to be engulfed in the 10,000 suns that are illuminating and firing off within your heart chakra. Engulf the world, influence the world with your God-like qualities. As the Son of the Holy Spirit moves through you, the quality becomes you, yourself. And in all quantity, everyone gets to benefit. There is work to do. Om, 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 Om. Keep your eyes closed. Continue to breathe. We're going to be wrapping up shortly. Doesn't mean you have to end. Keep your eyes closed. I want to gift you something. I want to gift you something. Keep your eyes closed. Breathe. As you intend to pray for the world. Prayer for the world. This will be a unified humanity. And it doesn't require anyone's permission. Keep your eyes closed. Stay in the garden. But you can come out when you choose. Prayer for the world. Breathe, fall. Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. I am invoking the Lord upon the earth by calling his name. Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, 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 Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. Awakening the Lord does not mean being able to see him with your physical eyes, though you have seen him through center of light many times. Awakening the Lord means awakening all to a state of bliss. Everything is perfect, living the garden, living on heaven on earth. That's the Lord, not a man. Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta. 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 Prayer for the world. Feel the power of the Holy Spirit fill you inside. The dove of peace and ascension is draping you at last, filling you. Prayer for the world. Breath is life, life is God. Breathe life. Purge your soul, dear one. Purge. Let the love of God emerge. You become protected as you become spiritually erected. That is your protection. Prayer for the world. Now I would like you to slightly upturn your face. Slightly upturned face. Continue your meditation through your third eye or your brow chakra. As you visualize the new earth, everyone sharing and sharing alike. Everything belongs to everyone, not the 1%. Everyone shares and shares alike. Everyone is fed. Everyone is clothed. Everyone is cared for. Everyone. The primal one is perfectly pure. He is within all.
Everyone meditates. All souls meditate on you, true Creator. All souls are one with you. All souls come from you. Meditate on God and all pains will fly away. God himself is the master. God himself is the servant. O Nanak, everyone is empty-handed before him. You are in each beat of my heart and in all hearts. O Lord, you are the one and everyone. Some are givers and some
Illuminate, dear ones.
this is all
Prayer for the world. See the world within you as clear, perfect, happy, and whole. Illuminate it.
it is all you. You are the God of all, endless and infinite. I have no words to describe your virtues. O Lord, Nanak is a sacrifice unto those who serve and serve you forever. Meditate on God, meditate on God, and your soul will be at peace in this world.
Meditate on God and your soul will be at peace in this world.
Live free and know the nurse of death is meaningless. Meditate on the fearless one, the fearless God, and live free from fear. Those who serve, oh those who serve my Lord are one with Hari.
It's all about service. You want to up your vibration? Be of service now.
Oh, blessed are they who meditate on Hari. Serving Nanak is a sacrifice to them. Devotion to you, oh devotion to you is a treasure trove that ever overflows. Your lovers, oh your lovers praise you, my beloved, forever and ever. For you, just for you, O Lord, so many pujas are performed, and so many endlessly chant and discipline themselves. For you, just for you, O Lord, so many read the Simrit movement sutras, they do kriyas and ceremonies. Those lovers are sublime, O servant Nanak, who please my beloved Lord God. You are the primal one, the most awesome creator of everything. There are none as great as you. Throughout time and beyond time, you are the one, the constant and true creator. You do everything, and everything happens according to your will. You create the whole universe, you destroy it, and you create it again. Servant Nanak sings the praises of his beloved Lord, forever and ever and ever. He is the knower within all souls.
Stay inside as long as you like. Prayer for the world. I need you. You need me. We need we. Prayer for the world. If not already, begin to live in this beautiful space of clarity. And dear Lord, it's time to power up. It's over. The world as we know it is over. My condolences. It's over. Your job, school as you know it to be, religion as you know it to be, it's all done. My condolences. Congratulations, you made it to the other side. Now there's work to do. Power up. Be the center of light. You have been called by this universal Lord, or one expression of it on the earth today. And he does operate through this platform, and he does show himself physically through this platform. And I'm humbled and grateful. And I'm vulnerable, and I'm passionate. I'm very sincere about uniting with the tribe on all levels. The internet may go down. I'm here. I am John. I am here again. The world is going to begin to wobble. Get out, for dear Lord, for Christ's sakes, get out of the world. I'm not saying don't extend compassion. Don't update yourself as much as you possibly need to. There's your GPS right there. It's your God positioning system. Pray with these kinds of prayers, this intention. Not, dear Lord, take this from me, but oh my God, fill me inside to have no choice but to see the guidance. And in guidance you will be, and you will be used by the lightning finger of Spirit and be put where you need to be. See? Follow what's going on out here. Enough just to give you a breadcrumb. Your manna is here. Your sustenance is here. You do want to be in touch with the outside world, because if something is, there's a dog behind a tree and it's a pit bull and he wants to bite you on the ass, you do want to know there's a dog behind a tree and it's a pit bull and wants to bite you in the ass. So with some forewarning, because we still live in time, it can be useful. But to get lost in it and dwell in it becomes detrimental. That day is over. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And I'm telling you in this way because you understand it. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's not doom and gloom. It's time. It's time for a change. We all have been sent here. We've all been sent here to do this. This is beyond anything ever imagined. This is not for effect. The lens is opening up. I suggest we all do the same. You are loved beyond measure. Power up. Prayer for the world. Be the living word. Be good to yourself. Yanava. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Center of Light. Right off the bat. Welcome to Center of Light. Light. Everything that's powerful, beautiful, cool, trendy, full of deliciousness. Thanks to Robert Harrison, he sent me this beautiful crystal ball. Oh my God, Keith is into sorcery. I'm into sorcery. I'm into connecting to the source of all creation. So that makes myself and everyone else who is a sorcerer. So what I want to do is take this ball created by God that we can all just sit here and marvel at. And it represents clarity, the world, when we are clear. And speaking of being clear, I have a video from Swamji, God on Earth, the Universal Lord, I'm going to play for you about the coronavirus. There's an understanding afoot. So I take this ball that represents all that is good and being clear about our aspirations as human beings, which we so need in this beautiful time of change. The world's being purified. And I want to take this level of clarity and apply light to it. Light of the mind, light of the heart, light of the soul, the love and light of humanity. And I want to send it out to Dana and her daughter. Dana's daughter has not been feeling well. I'm not going to say that her daughter has a something. I'm just saying that she's professing that she's not feeling well. So I ask that we go inside of ourselves, consciously, intentionally, and find a space of clarity within yourself where you feel that you've touched something that can only be God. And you apply the light of your own awareness and see everything as perfect, happy, healthy, peaceful, beautiful, all that is good. I send this to you, Dana, and your daughter. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Center of Light. On this night, we're going to be speaking about here we go. Center of Light Presence. My title is Center of Light Presence, but here's the banner title. Not Cheerios as in breakfast food, but yet you see a bowl of Cheerios on the altar. But cheery as in happy, joyful. O's, vital nutrition. What are the 3 O's? It's not O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hi, Nuri. Randy Mike Field. Link, Page, Kat Kennedy, Carolyn Renando. I just love doing that with her. I don't know. I hope if she gets mad, she'll tell me. Trust me, she'll tell me. Kat Sana. Hi, Sana. Fawn. Linda Chaplow. Steve Stone, what's up, my bro? Good to see you, sir. Rick Vito, the V. Let's see if I can pronounce this name right. Ignacio Rubio. Greetings from Roswell, New Mexico. Come on, dog. What's up, Kyle Domingue, childhood friend? Lewis, my bro. Rena. Amy. So tonight we're speaking about Center of Light, cheery. As in happy. O's, vital nutrition. What is that vital nutrition? What are those O's? Omniscience, omnipresence, omniscience and omnipotence. What is it? We know it in the form of an idea. We've all heard it. We kind of get it. I think it's vital nutrition that would go inside and nourish ourselves with such things that connect you to your yanava, that connect you to this right here, this beautiful image. Take it in. In fact, don't take it in. Let it do something to you. Just simply let it do something to you. What does that do to you? It feels ancient, doesn't it? It's imbued with divine, powerful, omnipresent, omniscient light. So tonight, shortly, I'm going to play a video. The Universal Lord has spoken. A message to humanity. This is a very, very, very capital, underlined 3 times, bold print, exclamation point, cursive, blessing. The Universal Lord, that you are able to hear such a message. One, many people hear these types of messages, but they discard it because it causes a cognitive dissonance in the mind of what they have been taught. I'm not saying that what they haven't been taught is not beautiful. That's why they hold on to it and walk with it, because it is beautiful. But they don't allow themselves to go beyond the parameters of such beauty and to bliss and ecstasy. Are you with me? There is a difference, huge difference, between happy, content, joyful, which is wonderful. We go up the rung of the ladder. Then you have ecstasy. Then you have bliss. And then you have words that can't even describe the things I miss in trying to share with you something that is afoot. And there are a few things afoot in La La Land. We call it the earth. You call it your home, but it's not where you're from. What's up, Mike Boudreau, troublemaker? You're so fun, dude. I love your humor. Alex Brand. So there's something stink afoot. Hello, Dana Trotter. Again, everyone, I gave the crystal ball with the light for Dana and her daughter. Find that space within you all night. I dedicate this program and all the energy that comes through and from in the future, if there is such a thing, for such a blessing. So when we stop messing around, then all the mess about begins to end. I'm going to play you a video of the Universal Lord on earth today. Yeah, I did say that. The Universal Lord on earth today recently spoke into a camera and said, this is what's happening. This is why it's happening. We can blame China, 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 China. We can blame. Blame is an okay thing. It's a tool, but it only gets you so far, but you have to complete the song. You have to complete the riddle. It will never go away until you go, I get the joke. So there's no point if you tell it to me again. I don't understand. Tell it to me again. So the joke teller tells you again. And when you go, I understand. That's when the humor is no longer on you. Pun intended. So I'm going to play a video for you really soon from Swamji, who says, this is what's happening. This is why it's happening. And I told you in 2003, this was coming in 2020. The Divine Mission, what's it called? The Divine Mission, the Divine March 2020. He said this in 2003. So I set this up. Let me say hi to YouTube real quick. Hi, Yvette, shining bright tonight. Yvette is the light. So I share things that often seem like I'm adding an extra bang. It's because I am. People need bang. We go to the amusement park not to get on the Ferris wheel. We want bang. We eat corn dogs. We eat these foods. We get on the frickin' most powerful, fastest coaster there is in the amusement park. Welcome to planet Earth. This is the amusement park. Are you having fun yet? Honest question. Does it make you joyful or does it hurt? Are you having fun yet? It's going to get worse. And it's going to get better at the same time. And the choice simply relies on you, with you. Even though you may be in your joy as this transition is happening, you will see externally from you things that are not so joyful. Your mission is to sit back, watch, involve, invest when you feel that you will do the most good. Other than that, get out of the game. Because there's no blame in this process. This is what has been foretold for thousands of years. Well, Keith, they've been talking about the end of the world many times. This is not the end of the world. This is the beginning of something powerful, magnificent, beyond what most people think they deserve. But it requires one to desire it and put to the curve all the nonsense. We don't have to like what's happening in the external. It's great that we don't like it. Sometimes fear can be an amazing motivating factor. We have to get out of being the reactor into the benefactor of doing what is positive. And that pales in comparison of the work that needs to be stabilized in every human being right here and right now. That's it. I'm contemplating doing a Sunday morning service. Tribe Yanava. Yanavaism. If you would like to share with me, and as I share with you, a Sunday morning service, just everybody send me it, or whoever agrees would like to, send me an S. And I would love your topic ideas. That way I can give you what you're asking for. And I would ask you for the same thing. That way we can shake hands and no more coronavirus. And this is what Swamji is going to share with us shortly about what it is, where it came from, why it's here, and what will make it go away quick. He even says it's going to end really soon, but we don't want a repeat occurrence. The goal through what's happening in the world, everybody's saying yes. Thank you. God bless you. What he's saying through his hard to understand attempt at English is the reason these things are happening presently, or have always happened, happening now, and will happen and graduate exponentially if we don't stabilize internally now, is all to bring about unity. Hello, Moria MacArthur. Hello, Paige. Listen to what I'm telling you very carefully. It's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. It's not my fault, but it's my responsibility. The reason such calamities, he'll be using that word natural calamity. What he's saying is natural calamities. The shit happening in the world, earthquakes, volcanoes, random weather, this, that. See, a lot of that is brought about by people who don't care about you. But that's not what he's saying, because he's not talking about blame. He's saying when we stabilize internally, they and it goes away. End of story. The whole goal of coronavirus is to bring people together. Ironically, you can't be with nobody right now because we have learned to forget to be with ourselves. Wow! We forgot how to be with ourselves. And so right now, we are all not worthy of touching each other because we have never touched ourselves in a way that we desire and deserve. Basically, you're spiritually masturbating till you reach a state of climax and orgasm within yourself that you feel that overgush, that overflow of energy. You have no choice but to express it and even verbalize out loud literally the words during sex are, oh my God. Come on. Then we're worthy of being with other people because we lost sight of how to be with ourselves. It's called quarantine. So we got to meditate forcefully for a little while. We've been thrown into forceful meditation to reflect. Because if you live in a family and there's some discord, it's on like a pot of neck bones now. You got to work it out. So all these calamities will be avoided when we create unity versus the calamities, forcing us into unity. Because right now, I don't care if you black, white, green, polka dot, plaid, gay, lesbian, tri, quad, quin, sex. It doesn't matter. That's all irrelevant now. So we're beginning to understand. You see people all over the world playing music on their balcony because not only because they're bored, they're waking up to express, I don't want to be alone. It requires everyone to do this. Everyone. Every meaning multiple, one meaning the whole. The whole that owns all the fragments. The Yanava, the pure, ancient, primordial soul self that you are, as it expresses itself in a myriad of forms. This is the grace that is being offered to everyone right here and right now. If you don't take it, there's no punishment. God is not mad. All God is doing is mirroring to us that we are mad, as in being a meanie and a mad, but also that we're mad. We've lost it. Many people are waking up. Maybe we haven't received the karma of our goodness of who we've become yet, because time is a buffer and a factor in this grand play. It's coming, the times that we've done all the good, but we can exponentiate that. How quick can we get out of our madness and being mad? So God is not mad at you. It just says, I love you. Let me show you what you're doing. It says, here you go. Do we like it so much? We don't. Let me give you, hello, Andrea Forrest, Yanava, Debbie Ann Trotter, another Trotter, wonderful. Albuelita Chadwick, hello from Michigan, she says, always. Lincoln, my brother, says it's like the perfect storm for awakening. It makes you long to touch other people again, doesn't it? You're bored already. You're going stir crazy. Stir. Something's stirring about and is driving you crazy. And until we recenter ourselves and reboot and get back to default consciousness of the soul, your computer is going to always run amok. You're going to be hacked. You're going to be thrown offline. All these other variables and analogies I can use. It's bringing us back to center, back to what is important, back to what is real. Then we worthy of touching and kissing and hugging those people we long to be with, which right now we can't, because we've lost respect for the entire world. Every diversity, every culture, every religion, everything that means something that is of importance whatsoever, right, wrong, in, out, up, down, hot, cold, left, right, good, bad. Everything and everyone deserves that respect without anyone's judgment. I'm going, there's only one way. How's that working for you? Thrown in a world of delusion and chaos. Mine has not been working so well either. So obviously we know nothing. Simply we know nothing. But I do know that this being right here that's going to speak to you and to me and to us is from an order of intelligence called divinity that we all long for. He's going to tell you where the virus came from. He's going to tell you it was a biological weapon. But he doesn't lean into it as blame or damn these people. Even though he's the divinity itself, he's not going to say damn these people. He's revealing to us where we are as a species. He's going to talk about the 5 elements: earth, fire, air, water, ether. And when any of these gets out of proper ratio, he will say, when they get out of balance, humanity unconsciously leans to finding balance in that element that is lacking, and we bring about fire, we bring about water, we bring about wind, we bring about virus, we bring about all these things because we've all been infected with a virus of nonsense. Let me let you hear Swamji tell you. You are fortunate right now to hear what you are hearing, experience what you're experiencing. This is the universal Lord on earth today, sharing with all of us how much we are loved beyond measure.
వక్రతుండ మహాకాయ కోటి సూర్య సమప్రభ నిర్విఘ్నం కురు మే దేవ సర్వకార్యేషు సర్వదా ఓం గం గణపతయే నమః ఓం గం శ్రీం లక్ష్మీ గణపతయే నమః మాతా మనసా స్మరామి భూమాతా శిరసా నమామి మాతా మనసా స్మరామి माता शिरसा नमामि पंचभूत समैक्य स्वरूपिणी पंचभूत समैक्य स्वरूपिणी पंचप्राण प्रमोद प्रदायिनी पंचप्राण प्रमोद प्रदायिनी माता मनसा स्मरामि भूमाता शिरसा नमामि सकल चराचर जीवदायिनी सकल चराचर जीवदायिनी सर्वमानव प्राणप्रदायिनी सर्वमानव प्राणप्रदायिनी विश्वविराजित तेजोरूपिणी विश्वविराजित तेजोरूपिणी विश्वप्रिये विश्वप्रेमानुरागिनी माता मनसा स्मरामि भूमाता शिरसा नमामि. Dear divine souls, in this very serious situation, I want to appeal, I want to declare to the whole world, to each and everyone on the earth, in the world, to recall and remember my declarations in the past about 2020. Dear divine souls, you know, in the year 2003, I declared Divine Vision 2020. Divine Vision 2020. And a day will come where we have to think about the serious natural calamity. We are going to face very serious natural calamity in the year 2020. I declared, not now, 2003, giving Divine Vision 2020. You all know, every year, while I have been touring in the United States of America, I warned you all, I warned all the heads of the countries also about the natural calamities, how to keep the nature pure. I gave the proclamation also, awake, arise and unite for protecting the Mother Earth. It is our first and foremost duty to keep the nature pure and clean, away from all impurities. Nature is the combination and composition of 5 elements: soil, water, fire, air and space. The combination among these 5 elements should be in proper ratio. But what we are doing? We have been polluting the 5 elements. Because of the pollution of the 5 elements, the conflicts began among the 5 elements of the earth. That is the main reason for natural calamities. I have been warning. So now we are facing very critical condition. The nature declared war against the whole human race, using the weapon It is more powerful than nuclear weapon. What is that weapon? Virus. Coronavirus. We are calling it corona. Whatever the name may be, it is a very dangerous weapon. Virus weapon. Biological weapon. Bacterial weapon. So we should not give any scope for bacterial eruption. I have been warning for the last 25 years. Every year when I happen to visit United States of America. But we neglected. We neglect now after the eruption of the coronavirus in China, Italy, European countries, America, India, nearly 180 countries, more than 180 countries of the world. It is the most dangerous situation. It is not the war between one country and another country. It is not war between some countries and other countries like world war. It is the war of the declared by the nature upon the human race, whole human race. And this situation is telling us, come on, come on, come on, unite, unite, unite. Don't interfere the nature. If we interfere with the nature, if nature declares a war, we can't do anything. I told the same thing when I happened to give my discourse, the panel meeting of the UNO General Assembly, when I was doing the Divine March from Seattle to Washington DC, 11 days. In the middle of my journey, I visited United Nations Organization. At the panel meeting, I told them, the panel members, if there is a war between one country and another country, we can settle today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. But if nature declares a war, we have to suffer a lot. There is no scope for any solving or repairing or anything. We have to suffer a lot. Be careful, we should not interfere the nature. So we have to do everything naturally. So we should not do anything against nature. We should worship nature, worship it, nature itself, God. In Lakshmi Ashtotra Namam, here when we are worshipping Lakshmi, in India, the first name is Prakrutye Namaha. That is, the first name of the Lakshmi, the universal mother, universal power, is Prakriti. Prakriti means nature, the whole nature, infinite nature. So we have to worship the nature. We have to love the nature. We have to keep the nature pure. So we have to fill the heart with the divine love, we have to fill the mind with peace, and we have to spread love and peace wherever we go. So a day has come. Now what we are doing? We are keeping ourselves in the rooms, the master bedroom, or in our houses, closing all the doors. We are not going to the school, we are not making our children to go to schools. Schools are closed, offices are closed, markets, malls, movie theaters, every office and every gathering center, restaurants, air services, airports, aircrafts, railways, bus services, all closed. Just like a curfew universal world curfew. What is this situation? What is the main reason for this? Who is responsible for this? Who is responsible for this virus? How it came? How it was erupted? How much damage? So we should not touch. We should not talk anybody to anybody. We should not touch anybody. We should not give a hug to anybody. We should not kiss anybody. We should not move on the roads. So this is just like imprisonment in the jail, in the cell. Think, heads of the countries, intellectuals of the world, the richest persons, business magnates of the world, who earned a lot of money. Think about it. How to safeguard the Mother Earth and how to safeguard the human race. We have to protect the human race. We have to make each and every person healthy. Physical strength, mental strength, financial strength, social strength, and spiritual strength. We have to give these 5 strengths to each and every person, each and every family, each and every country. Keep away all the differences of religion, caste, frontier differences, language differences. Come on, let us unite. Unitedly, we have to face this critical condition and this war declared by nature. And we have to tell the nature, oh nature, we don't interfere you. We worship you. We love you very much. We keep you clean and green. We don't pollute the water, soil, the 5 elements of the earth. So, unitedly, this has to give a good lesson to us. So, taking a lesson from this situation, we have to unite and we have to try to solve the problem. For every problem, there is a solution. For every question, there is an answer. For every disease, there is a cure and medicine. Now we are telling no medicine for coronavirus. Think about it. Oh, scientists, great scientists, intellectuals, medical scientists, you are doing lot of experiments and research also. Do research about how to cure this kind of diseases and virus, how to attack, how to suppress this virus, this kind of virus. When Ebola came into existence in 2016, 15 or 16, I think so, then I told, be ready, 2020, in the year 2020, we have to face very severe situation and we have to face severe virus war. And that I gave proclamation, Divine Vision 2020. So, I appeal the leaders of the countries and the greatest persons in the world, greatest business magnates, good people like Bill Gates. Bill Gates has to take an important role in this mission. He had to unite all the important, richest business magnates of the world, and he has to start a foundation, Universal Peace and Healthcare Foundation, to give assistance to the scientists and to find out solution for this situation. just like Ebola or coronavirus. Think about it. I once again tells you, you need not worry about this coronavirus. It will be coming down. We will be safe. We will be happy. Everyone will be happy. All the countries will be happy. It is going away by the divine will, by the grace of the yogis, yogic power. Everything will be fruitful and peaceful. So now think, Christians are not going to churches, Hindus are not going to the temples, Buddhists are not going to Bauddha aramas, the Sikhs are not going to Gurudwaras, Muslims are not going to mosques. What is this condition? Think about, you are fighting about religion, you are fighting for your nation, you are fighting about your caste, this and that. All these will be there only when the earth is in peaceful condition and fruitful condition. So think about the world. We are all human beings. Our home is the world, the earth. So unitedly we have to make the earth peaceful and powerful, away from all these virus, Ebola virus or coronavirus or any other virus. So I wish you all to be safe, healthy, energetic, peaceful and powerful. Unitedly we will make the earth peaceful, healthy and powerful. पृथ्वी माता की जय.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight we're speaking about Cheerios. Cheery. Happy. Cheery. Cheers. Cheery O's. What are the O's? The O's are omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. How is that important? It's vital information. Information, that which is sustenance, manna, food, nourishment. To understand that you have something, a being, if you will, walking next to you all the time. Not only that, it knows everything. Not only that, it's all powerful. It could look like Jesus. It could look like your great grandmother. It could look like anything that you hold sacred and powerful to your very own existence. In fact, strangely, somehow, it sustains your existence as to why it is so beautiful and magnanimous to you. Does it not? You can never separate yourself from that truth. Ever. In fact, you would be scared to do so because you would think that it would cause your non-existence, which is not even possible in the first place. So that's the nonsense that comes from the monkey in the head. So tonight we're speaking about presence, power, true understanding, and clarity. Cheerios. There's a bowl of breakfast or breakfast. The Cheerios. What are the Cheerios? There's 3 of them. Vital information about omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. From the divine principle, as I move forward, inward, upward, forward, toward. I'm moving inward to understand that which is the three O's. O'Reilly Auto Parts. To understand the three O's. God, that which is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. So I'll move inward, which brings me upward towards God, which we always metaphorically call God as up. Forward, because I'm trying to do everything I can consciously to climb the mountain, cross the river Jordan, whatever it is your goal is, toward a something. Okay. Welcome to Center of Light, Vital Nutrition. I do this work / play because I love what I do. In this time of shutdown, if you want to support what I do, if you want to support what I do because you're always being fed, I don't need toilet paper. But you can follow the links in this presentation. I'll post them again. There they are. You can donate. You can always simply go to YouTube. Subscribe to my page. Leave me a couple of comments. That will suffice. Sacrifice, suffice. It's going to get what we would call worse before it gets better. Unless you know better and you have truly, completely, wholly shifted to the other side of the mark. Spirit speaks from the divine principle. It is not the practices. It is not the practices, props, and other superstitions everyone has been accustomed to when worshiping that will lift you all towards conscious union. It is your sincerity. And believe it or not, as you develop your levels of spiritual mastery, you will no longer even need to pray. And I say to Spirit, how could that be possible? Spirit says, up until now, you have had to depend on prayer because your own divine forces have been latent. However, when you have your own love power, you will have the will, the Yah, to accomplish for yourselves what you have always called upon me to do. Continue to use the rituals that you're familiar with if they help you to fall deeper into a meditative state. And if it helps you to stay humble, then by all means, Keith, pray. I assure you that your need for those rituals will one day disappear. Meanwhile, while we're all into quarantine, just continue to be sincere, for that is what will hasten your ego's demise. And then I say to Spirit or ask, this may be off point, but can you tell me if there are benefits to being alive now rather than in earlier times? Spirit says, yes, you have it much easier, so it seems, or not. You have it much easier now. Those before you who sought enlightenment did not have one benefit that you have: the readily accessible collective power of the awakening many. That power, properly channeled, can propel all of you right into the divine. The power of this divine man right here. The ones who've reached enlightenment long ago, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, so forth and so on, the ones who have reached enlightenment long ago had to overcome by themselves the pull of many dark forces, but they did it. Yes, great ones such as Moses, Buddha, Krishna, Paramahansa Yogananda, Jesus, lit the divine lamp of love to illuminate the path for you. Each time teachers such as these achieve an advanced state of omniscience, here we go with the three O's, omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence, a potent burst of energy was released upon the lower strata. If you study scripture, you will see that it points to yet other divine comings, indicating that teachers of this magnitude have not yet finished visiting Earth. Wow. The call of the Lord, the seventh seal, has been cracked open. Continuing on. And I say, yeah, it's no wonder I've questioned some religious precepts most of my life. They just don't make much sense to me, especially the one that proclaims that when we die, you will be there to, you, meaning God, you will be there to judge me, and that you will be judgmental in your judgment. And Spirit says, but why would anyone not think that they stand before me right now? And I say, maybe out of ignorance, from still thinking and believing God is out there and not here, or because we don't want to feel that we are responsible for our actions until the very day we die. The Spirit says, know what? Both are true. Some do not yet understand the omnipresence of God. Others feel they can just keep buying time until that day, then deal with it then. But the deleterious effects of such self-judgment are happening right here and right now. Lastly, get back to basics. To help you do that, I now offer 3 tenets that are the foundation of all spirituality. Number 1, the all-knowing tenet. If turning inward unites me with God, then it makes sense to me that omniscience, peace, is my natural state. Number 2, the all-powerful tenet. If turning inward unites me with God, then it makes sense to me that omnipotence, love, is my natural state. Number 3, the all-pervading tenet. If turning inward unites me with God, then it makes sense to me that omnipresence, liberation, God is everywhere, I'm part of it, and so I am everywhere when I get it, is my natural state. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Robert. So I think we're understanding our breakfast, our break fast from the knuckleheaded nonsense happening in the world. I'm not saying it's not serious. I'm not saying don't heed or warning or don't pay attention to. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because when we don't get it internally, is the very reason as to why it's happening externally in a world which we can no longer ignore and or deny. That's why it's happening here. Because we understand it here, we understand it here, and we understand it here. So now it becomes physical because most people are physical, at least they're identifying with the physical body. So this makes the most sense to me because as to why I don't stand on the level of Einstein or Tesla, those are in higher intellect mode to understand that the code is either 0 or 1. 0 is the infinite space, and the 1 is the one that is aware that they always dwell in the infinite space. It's the 0-1 principle, the Christ principle. It lives in every human being, not human doing, because right now we're not doing anything. We're being forced to be in a space of, I got to understand my being before I deserve to touch and be with sacredly other people. We can become aware of ourselves and become a part of the universal divine pride, the lion, or we can become the sheeple. But one day the lion and the lamb will lay down together. It's happening now, the lion and the lamb. We are the meek. We will inherit the earth. It is your choice. For what it's worth, fall into yourself. Declare, nothing is more important than who you are right here, right now, in this moment. Nothing. Not a single solitary thing. Even though it may seem like you're in solitary confinement. That is part of the jewel. That is part of the coal and the diamond that will be that's been pressed and compressed for not millions of years to create a diamond. Billions of years. You are stardust. You are golden. You are whatever billion years carbon. And it's finally time we find our way back to the garden of the soul. Welcome, Yanava. It has begun. In fact, we're very well into the window. And the only innuendo is that you want to get sexy with it. It's really up to you. I'm in it to win it. Take a breath, relax. Take a breath, relax. It's all you got. Trust. Though I walk through the valley of death, garden, shadow, all that beautiful ideas. It's beyond the words. It's not the words. It's whoever wrote it. They came from a space inside to use words to create such a beautiful picture that says, I just simply don't have to be afraid, because when we understand who walks beside us, we would never ever be afraid again. I'll be right back.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Keith Anthony Blanchard here. Yanavaj. Tribe Yanava. Please remember to send Dana and her daughter your love and light. Her daughter's not well. I won't go into all that. It's not necessary. Just send her love and light.
Access granted.
The call has been sounded, and we all have access. Don't take it for granted. We have access. I want to introduce everyone to my beautiful world. Your beautiful world. Give me a second. I'm finding it. Let's see how this works. I love technology. I love technology. This will populate shortly. Hopefully, if it works. So tonight we're talking about presence. Center of Light. Presence. To ever understand God. I don't care what your religion is. I care that you're passionate about it. Point is, it doesn't matter what your religion is. It matters that you are so passionate about your deity, if that's what you need, want, choose, that you lose yourself so much in it, you become it yourself. Presence. I'm present with my deity's teachings. Cheerios, as in food, your breakfast food. Breakfast food, manna, break fast. We're all on break fast right here, right now. The world is in lockdown, so we can love ourselves before we infect. It hurts, doesn't it? It's like a butt hurt, like a salt in the wound. Before we infect anyone else further with our bullshit and nonsense. It's a beautiful thing. It gives us perspective. It gets us back to a place of hope. The world is uniting because of natural calamities. But the natural calamities do not have to happen if we unite. So there's always a diamond in the peanut butter jar. The 3 O's, the cheery, because I'm happy, O's, are omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. But you have to be present to understand all that. Understand, I don't mean the monkey in the head. I mean to stand under something that you know, steadfast, that is, you're moving into your beautiful self at the essence at last. That's where we are. What is happening to you is what many scripture for thousands of years in every walk of land and everyone who's ever taking a stand to say, this can be yours right now. To those people in the past, listen to me very carefully. To those people in the past, they thought it was coming, but it wasn't. It was future folklore, but they wanted it so badly. Maybe that was you. Maybe that was me. As to why we find ourselves here right now yet again to fulfill our yearning, burning, and churning that was turning within us all. Say, I'm ready to go back to complete the soul Yanava contract with my Creator to say, I want it. Because we cannot ever go back fully to the source with a virus. But we have to align with the law, which has been written on papyrus in our heart. It's etched on every human being's heart. The gate is open. Don't be late. I am a hoping that you are grasping and or groping in this time of monumental change. It's time to rearrange. Things are getting very, very strange. It will require all of us to meditate on the enigma of God. Even or odd, polka prod, we will have to understand the riddle and or facade. There is no way out of this conundrum. Never, ever. You can buck this current all you want. Current events will show up in all of its glory and our haunt. You've heard it here. And I don't mean you heard it here from Keith. You heard it here in this moment because you have been put in check by no one other than yourself. The most powerful aspect of yourself has moved through this vessel and through this platform to say, you are loved beyond measure. Do you see this treasure? Is it your pleasure? What are you going to do with it? I'm going to linger back into what I know as comfortable and safe and secure. But is it safe and pure? If there's any fear involvement in it, that is part of the virus, the coronavirus. You know what they call it when they knight or induct someone into royalty, as they call it? A coronation, the corona, the coronation of the sun, the corona of the sun, that which is at the top. Do you think this is just coincidence? It is. It's a coincidence of two things coming together to make something that hopefully we understand. As above, so below, on forever. It will always go. What makes sense to the monkey makes sense to the Lord, which makes sense to the cosmos, which makes sense to the internal, which makes sense to the external. It is not prejudice at all, no matter how right you think you are. Guess what? You are. And so what you can use as your beacon, your measurement stick, is how much joy does your arrogant position bring you? So it will bring you out of arrogance when you are filled with joy, because now you are filled with the universal, unbridled, wild, fancy truth, because it applies to every living creature and every living thing, because everything is alive. This bowl is alive. Well, Keith, this is an inanimate object. No, it's not. I'll prove it to you. So it moves us in such a way that a way becomes fashioned because it reminds us of something that we've long forgotten. Everything is alive. Your clothes, stones, trees, it's all a divine play of consciousness. Hence, God is omnipresent, present in all places at all times except fear. Because fear is a self-induced illusion that we bring into our own experience by choice, consciously. Actually, it's not consciously or not. It's actually simply unconscious. Hello, Darlene Sexton. It's been a while. Yanava. You are Yanava. I just claimed the name to be in this game as much as I can, to be as conscious as I can. But I sure am enjoying the human experience, including being, quote, quarantined in my quarters with my beautiful son. So that makes another quarter, some 50%. I'll take 50%. Now I have a new intention to lean into the void, the empty space again. So now I become 51%. So I've tilted my scale automatically by intention, by going within. Understand that what is happening in the world will continue until it's no longer necessary. So when is it no longer necessary? When we all make unity, regardless of gay, bisexual, trisexual, quadsexual, this, African American, European, Chinese, this, that, the other. That has to completely leave. Because we're now all beginning to understand what is truly important. And God bless that it took the virus to do that. Now, what we do from this point either requires reaction or action. I choose becoming aware that God has spoken and said, stop choking. Here's your golden token, your e-ticket to Ascensionville. The train is boarding. Woo! Woo! All aboard! And the momentum is picking up. Are you picking yourself up off the ground? Have you yet dusted off your derriere? Cheerio, mate. Don't be late. The party is started. You are loved beyond measure. Peace. Again, I want to say, please remember Dana and her daughter in your prayers. She's not feeling well, her daughter, Dana, that is. Send her your love and light. Both of them. With all your might. When you lay down tonight, think of Dana and her daughter. You don't have to know the name. Just say, it is, and so it shall be done. Peace, love, and light. See you soon. Welcome to the Center of Light on this Thursday night. You sexy, beautiful human creatures. Hello, Dana. Hello, Anna. Andrea. What's up, Andrea? Gross. Aaron Creech. Melissa McElroy. Rena. What's up, beautiful Rena? Margie. I'm not sure. I think it's Margie. Hence the G. What's up, G? Krista Huggins. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Everyone on YouTube land, let's see if anyone's there yet. It says people are watching, they're not talking. Talk to me, YouTube. How you doing? Beautiful blessings to you. Let's look at Watch Party. And it says that Melissa... Mike, what's up, Mike, bro? Everyone, listen up.
Access granted.
One more time.
Access granted.
Everyone has access to Center of Light. Everyone has access to themselves, their center, most sacred self. Hello, Dana. Hello, Mike DuPont. How's my sister Mary? Give her a raspberry. Sana, Leanne. Center of Light, tonight we are speaking about all about that bass. No trouble. That's a song, right? So tonight we're talking about all about that bass, no trouble. Instead of B-A-S-S, bass is in bass. We're talking about bass, B-A-S-E. Instead of no trouble, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. So the bass would be the foundation. My sister Krista is in here. The hips, the foundation of the va, the backbone when erect, helps us to walk upright. No more monkey-minded, but yet evolution, monkey to man. I'm not supporting or anti-dissing or dissing Darwin's theory. That's not what I'm doing. I'm making points, principles, ideas, ways of seeing things. So tonight is, thank you, Dora, for sharing. All about that bass, B-A-S-E, about that bass, no trouble. And so we do that by becoming grounded. Speaking of bass, B-A-S-E, can everyone hear the volume between myself and the microphone, the music, okay? One or two people give me an exclamation point. So since tonight is all about that bass, B-A-S-E, instead of B-A-S-S like bass guitar, we're going to be speaking about grounding. Tonight is center of light, always center of light, but the word changes on the tag, which is grounding. That is the base of all spirituality, be it you Christian, Buddha, Judaism, it doesn't matter. In fact, it's beyond that. It's because when you were born on this planet, you were not a religion until you were born on this planet. Were you not? Or were you? But once you grounded yourself from the etheric, the angelic, the higher spiritual realms, you became grounded upon the earth. That is how base or basic this presentation tonight is and will be about. Without a doubt, in and out, roundabout, I'll be your roundabout. So that's where we're going. We're going to basics. Thank you, Dana, for sharing. Hello, Alex Brand. Dora, as I said, love me some dough. We're talking about being grounded. Though a lot of my teachings seem lofty, it's because they are. But in the loftiness is a grounding. But tonight I want to specifically speak about grounding. My sister Krista Huggins sends me a private message. I get the feeling I could read this. The minute you said hi, Krista, my internet started glitching. I'll try to keep getting on. Krista, if you can hear me, let me send this a minute. Simply try to reboot even your phone. Okay, so tonight we're going to speak about how to ground. Everyone says they can hear me. Wonderful. I am going to find Carmen Shasha. Hello, Shannon Atkinson, my dear friend, my old lifetime brother, guitar playing, gunslinging fool. Love it. Carmen, in about an hour, 50 minutes, please don't forget to send me a message in this forum, not inbox. In this forum, Keith, I want my meditation. I'll grant it. I need your help. Shannon, it's good to see you. I hope you and everyone that you love is rocking. So tonight we're talking about grounding. When you came from the there, of course, up is a metaphor for God. So it doesn't really mean up. God is omnipresent. It means everywhere. Because out of everywhere of nothing, you came into a something you call you. John Doe, Jill Doe, Jack Doe, Jane Doe. Welcome to planet Earth. So now we're going to go back to our innocence and ground. Because you are energy, 98.6 degrees of it, in fact, you have to be grounded to work properly. Like electricity or AC current or any current. The divine current. If you are not grounded, your matrix will not function properly. It doesn't take a scientist or a metaphysician or a whatever to truly simply get that. Well, if everything's energy and everything's current, we have to be grounded. It has to be grounded to function in balance and property in a way that is conducive to the one who is choosing an experience in the highest, most balanced way. Balance meaning yin-yang. Hello, Dana. Yin-yang. Left, right, in, out, up, down, hot, cold, good, bad, right, wrong, as above, so below, on forever it will go. Hello, Becky. So right now, before we get into the thick of it, I want to again remind you, pre-orders on Amazon for my new release, soon to be worldwide distribution and publishing. I deserve it like you deserve what you want for yourself. It's happening for me. Take this as a nugget of light, a chicken nugget. Hello, Carmen. A spiritual nugget. You can go to Amazon and look up Keith Anthony Blanchard, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. It costs you $16 and whatever change, whatever. Pretty easy. Get ahead of the game. Carmen Shasha just shared my post, and I love her, period, but I love her even more for it. So tonight we're speaking about grounding. I want to Aaron says, a chicken nugget of light. I want to post something. I saw this a little earlier, and it moved my heart. It touched my soul. It's beautiful. It's absolutely, completely, utterly beautiful. Let me set this up in all the different forums. Actually, let me undo that. Give me a moment. Please be patient. What I want to share with you, I told you I was going to move forward and not be focused on the nonsense that's happening in the world. Whatever that means to you. Keith, it doesn't matter. Just whatever it means to you. Hello, Carolyn. I want to introduce you to a link. Hello, Lewis Snell. I don't know if you are aware of who David Icke is. Right, wrong, in, out, up, down, doesn't matter. I am asking you, if you want to possibly understand something outside of the box we know as our own comfortably numb lives, just listen. Just simply listen. What you will see, not only here, you will hear lots of information, but what you will see is a fire in this man. To me, that means everything. He is a fire. He's not just parroting or mimicking or throwing out knuckleheaded ideas. The man is on fire. And he wants to share something with you. And in his sharing is his 30-year plus of findings, because he went inside the rabbit hole of himself because he is a fire. I'm posting this now. You will understand what it means when you get there. Just look. Check it out. That's all I'm asking. Hello, Devitt Murray Raper. So today, browsing social media, I came upon this memory of mine a year ago or so, and it's going to say, actually, let me just post a picture and then I'll read it. It'll have more bang. Check this out. What do you get inside of yourself as a feeling when you Shaktipat, Diksha, take in this image? Take it in. Just take a breath. Right, wrong, in, out, up, down, good, bad. Doesn't matter. Just take a breath and honestly observe what you are experiencing when you look at this individual by the name of Paramahansa Yogananda. Just look at it. Don't jump to conclusions. Just simply look at it. Okay? Hello, Adam Hart, Memphis Maestro. I titled this, Those Illumined Eyes. When you have learned to be happy in the present, you have found the right path to God. Underneath is a link that will take you to a page, a YouTube page, with many different choices about how you can watch this movie. Yogananda. He is the one responsible for bringing yoga to the world. Yoga means unity with God. If you're an atheist, it means unity with that which is infinite intelligence, that which is something beyond our understanding. That's what yoga means, is being connected to that. This is the movie about his life. 27 days after he died, his body exuded the scent of roses. It's documented. It's fact. It's not fake news. In fact, speaking of fact, he told his followers, disciples near him in the 60s, tomorrow I'm leaving the earth. I'm telling you bye-bye. The next morning, he was gone. Watch this movie. It'll humble you. Beautiful message. Dana says, one of my favorite movie, Awake. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight we're speaking about grounding. Hello, Darlene. It's been a while. Darlene, 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 Darlene. Tonight we're speaking about grounding. All about that bass, No trouble. Hello, Leanne. Paramahansa's eyes are illumined. He is in the fire, the God fire. So let me see who's here so I can get into my next phase of the dance. It feels like that for me. Aaron Creech. Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Blessings to you and yours. Sana, Crystal Huggins. Rena, Darlene. Many people in different ways. I can't see everybody in this, guys. Hello, Darlene. Abigail. So, what is grounding? I forgot to send you one more link. I want to send you this link. This is important. And then I'm going to get into my shtick. My schnitzel. My schnick. So for those who like a little bit of mustard on your taters, I'm inviting you to put aside 45 minutes of your time. Hello, Kelly. She says, I'm having dinner with my family. Blessings. And follow this link. Follow the rabbit hole. Just take it in. Don't shut it off as soon as something happens that represents cognitive dissonance you don't agree with. Just watch it. And you will see the fire in this man come alive. Is this possible? I'm telling you, I am leaning into it very hard. It's what I also know to be true. But he would be the teacher in this regard. Just take it in. It helps you to become aware. Center of Light grounding. What is grounding? When you were born, you came from the ungroundedness to the infinite, to the grounding to the infinite. And now you find yourself on this ground called Earth. Not only Earth as a planet, when you pick up a handful of mud, it's called Earth. Lowercase e. Right? So now you find yourself on the Earth playing with Earth. Higher case, lowercase. So what is grounding? I don't think this is something that is happening on my software, Leanne. Thank you and all those for sharing. And I'm not sure if she's talking about metaphorically, spiritually, or that my feed is pausing. Mine is fine in my software, and when I play this back, it's perfect. So again, my apologies. It could be a Facebook thing. It could be because I'm pushing high def in a very serious way. What is grounding? Grounding is what happened to you when you were born onto this planet for the umpteenth time. That's called grounding. You've been shoved into a meat suit, skeleton and bones, only to find yourself, listen to this, The first real experience you had when you were shoved into your meat suit was a slap on your ass. And what did that cause for you? Immediately, your first experience into this world was pain, physical pain. Ow! I don't think I like this experience so much. Already out of the floodgate. Are you hearing me? This is the first initial implant into your experience on earth was a slap on your ass so you can catch your first breath? Are you serious? This is not judging or blaming anybody. This is the reality of how we entered into this arena. You with me? Hello, Kelly Savannah Austin. This sounds like I'm overshooting. I'm overanalyzing. Or am I? Go get slapped on your hiney now. Unless it's for special fun. Hello, Tiffany. How does it feel to be hit? It's a striking blow. It creates a gap. It's not a breath. It's not an intentful conscious breath. In fact, it's a gasping of breath. Someone hits you, you take a breath. Like, not only because you need to take a breath because you had your clock rung. You take your breath by the audacity that someone would ever smack you or hit you. It's like, oh my God, kind of breath. Take a breath. This is the first initial implant that most beings on this planet have received. So what is grounding? Grounding is everything but that. The world is noisy right now. We all know that. So what is grounding? It has nothing to do with flighty, fanciful, not sure who's telling the truth, nonsensical, mixed with a whole bunch of truth for profit and gain ideas. That's not grounding at all. Grounding is not only being centered. Centered is about being grounded. Huge difference. Hello, Roy. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Kelly. Huge difference. Huge difference. It's so huge, I'm going to say it again. It's huge in difference. Tonight is Center of Light grounding. All about that bass. No treble. I changed it. Instead of B-A-S-S, basses and bass guitar, but basses and B-A-S-E, the foundation. All about that bass. No trouble. Hello, Kelly, Holland. And the way we stay out of trouble is becoming grounded. It doesn't mean just being, I think I'm centered. Yeah, I'm good. That's awesome that you've achieved that level of highness by grounding. Even better is by grounding the pillar of light from the uppers, the stratospheres, the heavens, if you will, down through your erect spine, the Va, Ya, heart, God, will, power, Na, the mind when used in balance, reason, understanding, discernment, and Va, the backbone, being erect. So not only the caduceus or the medical staff with the two snakes or the DNA moving up the rod, but yet the Christ principle itself begins to shake hands with you and say, well, I've always been shaking hands with you. Finally, you starting to reach upward. That is the path. Hence the Star of David, a triangle coming this way and one this way. As above, so below, on forever it will go. Heaven and earth. Heaven has always been reaching. We are still there. We just stepped down for a little while to hang out and have a vacation and call ourselves human in a meat suit. And now we find ourselves in a situation. Are you really in that situation or are you not? Are you in the situation that is being told to you I'm not saying it's conspiracy theory, right, wrong, or truth, or not. I'm just saying here's the situation. What is your experience? What is your reality? What is your truth? And what do you lean into as your possibility? Don't get me wrong. I wash my hands, use alcohol, use common sense, because to whatever degree I'm using my smartness, my na, ya, na, va. I'm using my na. If I lose, if I apply and nothing happens, I win. If I apply and something happens, I win. It's called taking responsibility of your life. Hello, Paige Fitzpatrick. It's been a while, dear. Hello, Tina. So tonight we're speaking about center of light, grounding. All about that base, No trouble. And when you're grounded in your base, in your hips, in your va, and your backbone, we hear the call.
Go where no man has gone before.
Only few have been to the mountaintop. Kelly says, oh my God, I just learned something new. Everyone, welcome to Center of Light. When I return from this commercial break, I'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. I'm going to get to the thick of this presentation. Welcome to Center of Light Grounding. Electricity, you are 98.6 degrees unless you got the fever of energy. Are you grounded to have this work in your greatest favor? Seriously. We all lose step, we all misstep, but we must take a step back to be able to recenter ourselves, and we are most greatly centered by being the most profoundly grounded. Nothing can move me. I am a lightning rod planted into the earth, like Peter, the rock. Be it real, be it metaphorical, it's irrelevant. Because the fact that you know what I'm professing, sharing with you, the fact that it makes sense to you, is the principle, the Christ principle in and of itself. Are you grounded? It's because it's truly all about that base, No trouble. Let's see what seems appropriate. I trust this Lavender Soul theme song of Center of Light, which is called See the Light, that this is the correct version. If not, we'll see what happens. It's appropriate. The song is theme appropriate, subject appropriate. See the light. There's something very stinky afoot. Follow into the rabbit hole, that David Icke image I posted. Allow yourself just to be present without judgment. There is a war. And I'm not about war. In fact, to me, it's still an illusion. But there is a war fought that will be won through humanity by simply recognizing that you don't have to have a lightsaber, hello Star Wars, to win the fight. You are the light, the power and the might. And so being your full potential self, darkness simply vanishes. That's the truth. There is no other truth. There is no other truth. There are ways of doing things in a human way because we're still human. So we effort, we champion, we meander, we brave the wilderness or the mountain. That's where you will find the fountain of youth. And we get out of being aloof. This platform is all about the truth. You are loved beyond measure. Center of Light. See the light.
inside, see the light and more. See inside, see the light and more. See inside, see the light. I wonder, do you realize? See inside, see the light. Time has told me every day to breathe, breathe and expand myself to know there is no one else but me and God who's in my heart.
What have you got off on the hook?
So I'll breathe, breathe and expand myself and know there is no one else but me and
Welcome to Center of Light Grounding. All about that bass, no trouble. Sounds funny, because it is. You deserve humor. It grounds you. Humor grounds you. God has a very supernatural sense of humor. And it would make sense to all of us if we fall into the joke being played on all of us. Spirit wants to come through, not that it hasn't, not that it doesn't come through you. This is me, a way of describing to you how it works for me as I am fortunate enough to connect to Spirit. What I want to do is honor someone. Why? Because I want to. So I'm going to pause this music, and a beautiful sister, cosmic sister of all of us, but mine, because I claim her. We're both in Tribe Yanava together. Asked me for the last few presentations, would I play a particular song as I go into Yanava mode, Yah, heart, God, will, power, not mind, discernment, reasoning, balance, of understanding, of how to make higher choices, always, infinitely, to an infinite possibility of beauty, using our backbone, being grounded on the earth since our birth into this formation, information like I'm offering to you, that we can remember our innocence when we first came here, why we came here, why we chose to come here, what we chose to do, and will we carry out that mission. It is my mission and my volition to say, I am here to do everything I can. And one thing I want to do is honor Carmen. She asked me to play this beautiful piece of music. It's not a piece of music. It's greater than that. It is music. But it's a song. It's a story. A beautiful story. From pain, suffering, and glory. All of that. The first part of the experience, I may step away and then come back and vessel. It will be in a foreign language because you don't have to know what it's saying. You will feel what it's saying, and all of it's praying to the absolute God for succor. Just say, drape me with everything that you are. Fill me so much inside that I can't contain it, that I ooze this to everyone. What a beautiful prayer. The second part of it, it goes into English. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. I love you beyond measure. You can go to Amazon right now. Please do. I do this because I want to. You can support this beautiful work. Go to Amazon.com and look up Keith Anthony Blanchard, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, like $16.95. It'd be a great thing. Sales pitch, however you want to take it. It really doesn't matter to me. But I do. What matters to me is you. I love you. So I want to begin this final segment for my dear sister, Carmen. It's a beautiful piece of music. Listen with this. This. It requires you to fall out of all of it. All of it. Nothing else exists but you and this precious moment that you deserve. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. That's the key to the garden. That takes you beyond what you know and into the realm of all possibility. If you don't feel that, please contact me. I will push you into the river. So it really doesn't matter the tongue. It really matters to go back to be young, to remember what could sound like being garbled to a beautiful idea. Close your eyes, open your mind, open your heart. It's a yearning and a burning. She's longing for her maker, her divine parent, her divine lover. Wow. I'll be right back. So closing your eyes, which I hope you're already doing instinctively, intuitively, keep them closed. It helps to eliminate distraction. Find yourself in that sacred place, that this beautiful prayer to God of all that is beautiful that means anything is taking you. That is called grounding, because you are already on the earth. You're already on the earth. Bring the higher down versus trying to ascend. You've already ascended because that's where you exist in the first place, or you cannot exist here. So what you're really trying to do is not ascend, but to grab that aspect of you and bring it here. That's called grounding. All about that bass, no trouble. Hello, Cindy. Abulita. We're going to sit here, at least I will, and continue to be in this space. Just stay with it. If you're in a hurry, it's okay because you got to go, or not. It's okay. It gets greater. It begins to grow into an amazing possibility. She's about to go to English, so you can at least alleviate your craving to know what is being said. I'll repeat some of it, just because. The primal one is perfectly pure. He is within all of us. All souls meditate on you. All saints meditate on God. Some are givers and some are takers. This is all your play. It is all you. The God of all, everything, even the nonsense. Meditate on God and your soul will be at peace in this world. And this world. Today, this world.
The fearless God and live
Free from fear.
Oh, those who serve my Lord are one with honey, and their love divine. Blessed, oh blessed are they who meditate on high. Serving Moloch is a sacrifice to them. Devotion to you, oh devotion to you is a treasure trove that never overflows. Your lovers, oh your lovers praise you, my beloved, forever and ever. For you, just for you, O Lord, so many pujas are performed, and so many endlessly chant and discipline themselves. For you, just for you, O Lord, so many
Carmen, thank you. I am so enjoying not doing
ceremonies.
and taking this in.